guys, welcome back to the channel. Finally on our way to Scotland. We've got Big Jim at the wheel.
Hello.
We are finally picking up this engine from Kenny. It's been a long time coming. We're going to pick it up tonight, throw it in the truck. We're going to dyno this thing tomorrow and see if we can make 1,000 plus horsepower. So come along for the ride, guys. You're not going to want to miss this one. We're here at Kenny's place. We're going to strap this down on the truck tonight. We're going to leave at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. We've got a 4-hour drive ahead of us. And then we're going to slap it on the dyno and try and make some noise. Still got to put leads on it, put plugs in it, do a rocker adjustment. By the end of the day, hopefully we've got some big smiles on our face, Jim. Trying to load a blown big block on the back of a recovery truck. Stand's coming in handy. It's just a very, very, very tight fit. I didn't want it going anywhere. Check it out, man. There we have it. One blown 540. Strapped down to the truck. I hope that's enough. We've got the winch on it and we've got 4 straps on it. I mean, it's rocking the whole truck. Reckon we're solid?
I don't think it's going anywhere.
There's a lot of money sitting there, man. I'm shitting my pants. I really am. 4-hour drive in the morning, 270 miles, I think. She'll be right. So what did you say? Kenny's just told us that the pulleys they've supplied us, which is what, 55 on the bottom, 53 on the top.
You've got 55 on the bottom, 53 on the top.
And which is going to give us?
3.8% over. Out tillage.
Yeah, so Kenny reckons it'll be a snail. So we're going through all Kenny's shelves.
Yeah.
And we've just found, Kenny reckons we need a, what do you kind of think?
I'll start with a 50. A 50 on the top.
Kenny wants 50, but I've just found a 46. I think that sounds a lot better.
Your top puller they've sent you is a 53, okay?
Yeah.
So there's the combination there, 3.8.
3.8% overdriven.
Overdriven. If you reverse it...
So how would you roughly work out what sort of boost pressure that would be?
Well, you have to, there's a sum that you have to do,
yeah,
which we can do.
But it'll be minimal.
Yeah, but that's not going to give you a lot. In terms of pressure for that with your blower, you're just starting to work it. Okay.
So what do we need?
Well, I would suggest you keep your 53 anyway, right? But we'll do the 55 in the bottom at the moment, and we'll go for
what would a
50 on the top, right? That gives us 10% over.
Doesn't sound enough to me, can you?
It's enough for what we're doing on the dyno. Maybe once we know it's all settled down and...
So what would the 46 give us, just out of interest?
If you had the 46 on it, and you've got deep pockets, that's going to give you nearly 20% over. Which, you'd be asking a lot. I'm not saying the engine wouldn't take it, but you're going to be putting up a lot of undue pressure on parts that you don't want to be replacing.
Let's just take it with us.
Well, maybe not go for a 46. Let's just see what else I've got. Now, there's maybe something else there.
I'll meet you in the middle. 47.
A 48.
48. So what would 48 get? Yeah, I don't want to overdrive at 20%. That's just silly.
Of course. 48 would give you 14.5%.
14.5%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but you don't need that at the moment.
We need it all, Kenny.
Well, here's a black anodized one, which really you need to use your hard belt for these.
That looks like a good size. 48.
Just so happens.
We'll take that. That's good, isn't it?
This is black as well.
Yeah. So that'll give us 14% overdriven.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it? It's a lot more than...
We'll take it.
Yeah.
But, whether we're going to jump in and use it.
Well, this is it. This is the exact way. We'll be using it. Look at all these pulleys.
You haven't seen half of them.
Don't show them to me. What you got there, Jim?
Big holes.
Big boys, man. Look at those. They're gonna be wicked. Right guys, so we are finally here at Easy A at the Dyno shop. We nearly had a heart attack. So what happened is, we're running an 8-bolt Hemi pattern on the back of this crankshaft. Kenny had to make one, he made one. But it wasn't, there was no sort of location on the back of the crankshaft. So the whole flywheel and everything that we used, they couldn't register it in the back of the crankshaft. So we were almost turning around in the car and coming back home. Then Dennis, the guy that runs the dyno, remembered that many years ago they had a modified flywheel for a big block Hemi, and just as our luck happens, it works. So I'm absolutely stoked. Dennis is working so fast here, you know, just within an hour. I mean, the thing's on the dyno. We've already cranked it, so it cranks real quick. They were worried about this thing because it's got a brand new blower and a brand new engine. It's going to be really tight to crank, but it cranks really well. So yeah, wish us luck guys. Check it out, man. Check it out. So first fire up, all is good, loads of oil pressure. Just going to warm this thing up, but Jesus Christ, this thing's snappy. This is only 3% overdriven, so this is baby boost. But it's going to run it in, this is only on unleaded as well, so this isn't race gas, this is no boost, this is nothing. Right guys, so we've finally got back to the shop with the engine. Here she is, sitting right here. What a long couple of days that's been. So we'll just give you a quick update as to what we did. We had a few problems with the ring gear and the flywheel because it had an 8 stud on the back of the crank. Finally got around that headache. Basically, the engine made too much torque for the dyno. The dyno is capable of 1,000 foot-pound of torque. I couldn't work out why our first readings were starting at 4,700 RPM. And what Dennis told me was, he said basically the water brake on the dyno, he said, I can't hold the motor, I can't hold the torque. So it was just blowing through the brake, boiling all the water in the dyno. I kind of thought torque figures would be sort of, I don't know, 750, 850. This thing makes well over 1,000 foot-pound of torque at 4,000 RPM, which is just off the scale. The blower's only running just over 3% overdriven, so very low boost. The last horsepower figure. We got 950 horsepower. It was on 24 degrees of timing. They only blipped it to 6,000 or 7,000 RPM. Did 2 runs to 6,000, both made in excess of 900, about 8 pounds of boost, and the camshaft makes power from 4,000 to 8,000. So we just couldn't go any further. We wanted to put more boost into it. We just used the pulley setup that came with the blower, which is a 55 on the bottom and a 53 on the top, which is 3% overdriven. We had a 48 tooth blower pulley for the top, which Kenny was like, yeah, we can try this, which would make it about 14% overdriven. So I'd imagine that's probably going to be 12 to 15 pounds of boost. Absolutely phenomenal. Didn't in a million years. Was kind of hoping to blow past the 1,000 horsepower mark, but unfortunately the dyno just wouldn't take it. And as Dennis said to me, he said, listen, this is so safe. You're on 24, 27 degrees of timing. Obviously we'll take this thing out to probably 35. It's making 950 horsepower. He said, stick it in the car, get used to it, run it in, and then at a later date, we'll throw some timing in it, throw some more boost in it. I said to Dennis, how much more have we got left in this thing? He said, look, it'll do 1,200 horse easy, which is the figure I'd kind of hope for. But it's just absolutely insane. The thing sounds amazing. It's just so aggressive, so snappy, so loud. But the thing that blew me away was the torque figures. It's making like I said, over 1,000 foot-pound of torque under 4,000 RPM, which is just an absolute animal. We're going to try and get this video up for you in the next couple of days. We're going to throw the motor in the box in the car tomorrow night so that we can send it off and have the exhaust and the headers and everything made, and hopefully get you guys some footage of this thing driving down the street with smoke coming off the back tyres really soon. So thanks for coming along, guys. Thanks for the support. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.